For several days, drivers going through the 51st and Memorial intersection have experienced a nightmare. The traffic lights there have been blinking red since Friday. In fact, several drivers concerned for their safety reached out to 2 News problem solver Pete Knutson. The city is blaming power problems that they've had to work out with PSO. Pete talked to those who wanted to know why it's taken so long to fix.
During the past few rainy days, drivers at the intersection of 51st and Memorial have been seeing red. Too much flashing red.
It's a major intersection.
Patients wearing thin, drivers sounding off, honking their horns, hitting the gas, gunning their engines.
I've seen a lot of craziness out there right now.
Yesterday, Laura Bales told us the traffic lights here had been flashing red in all directions since at least the end of last week. Flashing red means a 4-way stop, backing up traffic, especially during the rush hours, morning, noon, and night. Even Sunday, Laura says.
It's ridiculous. I'm having to drive a mile outside of my way now just to avoid that backlog.
But Laura's not alone. The problem solvers received other calls and emails complaining of accidents waiting to happen, people fending for themselves, and confusion over how to handle a 4-way stop. Laura and others say they've reported those traffic lights.
And then I drive back by this morning and it's still flashing.
After receiving those complaints, we got in touch with the city. I was told repair crews have been dealing with power issues to this intersection for several days, causing the lights not to work. But I was also told they would have these lights working by the end of today. And as promised, city crews were at 51st and Memorial this morning, making the necessary repairs. The traffic lights now working properly.
It'd be nice as I can get back to normal.
A normal drive, Laura says, one where drivers not only see red, but yellow and green too. Pete Knutson, 2 News Problem Solvers.
Good stuff, Pete. Thanks you. Now we wanted to understand more about those power problems. The city tells us PSO had to replace some lines, and then the city had to replace some of its equipment. They say it's taken some time to diagnose the power problems because it is intermittent. The city actually used a generator today to keep the intersection in operation while those permanent repairs were made. Well, the traffic light issues at 51st and Memorial highlight the need for drivers to know exactly how to handle a 4-way stop, whether it's due to power issues or after a storm and the power is out. Now, the first driver to arrive at a 4-way stop has the right of way. If 2 vehicles arrive at the same time, always yield to the vehicle to the right. When arriving head-to-head at the same time at an intersection and one of the drivers is turning, the driver going straight has the right of way. We're going back to driver's ed here. And if all of the vehicles arrive at the same time, experts say that there's no good rule of thumb, but they suggest you let the more aggressive driver go first and then you proceed with caution. Remember, no matter whether you think you have the right of way or not, beware of distracted or aggressive drivers who just don't follow the rules. We have more specific safety tips for navigating a 4-way stop for you. It's all on our website, kjrh.com.